What's going on, people? It's your man, the White Bee. Once again, I'm laughing already. Big shout out to my darky Tyson 133 for coming through and boosting up the coin. So we got an update on his Porkalency, man. He's bottled it. Yeah, big Doncaster mouth having ass, dude. Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Yeah, he talk too much. That's what he do. I can't even do his voice, but he talk too much, man. You big conk. It does kill me. His patter kills me, but he ain't got no balls, man. He's all talk like a brass, man. That's how he talks like. Yeah? Pork, you're a big old bald brass. That's what you is, man. Stop talking on the internet, man. You ain't with it like that. That's what you not. Don't play with me either. Yeah, don't play with me. Anyway, let's get to it then. For those of you who don't know, I suggest you type in on my channel Pork versus Carl Froch. The Pork here was like a spit bucket carrier for Carl Froch for the last 10 years or whatever. Carl Froch blew smoke up his ass. So imagine Carl Froch has got this bag carrier, got this spit bucket cleaner, yeah, gym sweeper, following him around, hanging out the back of him 24/7. Froch has blew smoke up his ass. Yeah, Pork, I'm going to put you on. Whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of videos together. We're going to go big. We're going to the big leagues. Yeah, we're going to the major leagues with this. 2-2s. The Pork gets mad. The Pork sees Carl Froch with one of the Yaxley Lennon type dudes. Let me get this. I should have patterned this up already, but I didn't. Just bear with me here. Yeah, I'm going through the YB's encyclopedia. Where's the EDL? Come on, man. I saw some mad. This is it here, look. So bear in mind, for the last 10 years, the Pork has been hanging around Carl, doing things for him. Apparently the Pork was a key figure leader in Carl Froch getting his MBE. I don't know. Well, certainly he was doing something. So Pork's done all of this work for Carl in his mind. And then Carl turns up. Bear in mind, a lot of these men, Carl himself allegedly, and the Pork, they do have Yaxley Lennon leanings, right? So the Pork's done all this work, put all this graft in, and he logs into Twitter and he sees this video from the Cobra.
I'm just sitting here with my boy Manvirai, my producer. Here
Oh no. Yeah? What did the great prophet Yaxley Lennon teach Carl Froch, man? That's supposed to be the Pork right there. Yeah? So Carl just said...
I'm just sitting here with my boy Manvirai, my producer. Yeah? Here
So Carl's sitting there with a Yaxley Lennon type Donny posted in my producer. And Pork sees this and he's mad, he's hot. He's thinking, I'll put all this graft in. And Carl's been throwing me stinky bones. Yeah, I'm going to come on your channel. Yeah, we're going to do big things. We're going to the moon. This is a biblical betrayal. I'm going to be honest right here. I'm not even involved. I feel kind of betrayed by this, Carl. Yeah? I thought more of you, to tell the truth. I did think more of you. Yeah, than hanging with one of these Yaxley Lennon type dudes. Alright then. So this all happens. Pork sees this. Another man who just got off a rubber boat, allegedly. Yeah? He's getting all his work. Pork, so he's taking our jobs. They're taking our jobs. Pork has a genuine claim, though, to be fair to him. Pork has, in this particular scenario, yeah, I don't know about the macroeconomic agenda, but in this particular scenario, the Pork has a legitimate claim that the rubber boats are taking his jobs. Bottom line, you saw it here. Carl Froch is sitting there with a rubber dinghy, yeah, a rubber dinghy Donny, saying, he's my producer. That was supposed to be the Pork right there. Yeah? So the Pork's bitter at this point. And the Pork comes out saying, Carl, I've got the tapes, the turkey tapes, yeah? And in fact, I should have really got that. You have to watch my old videos in the last month on this topic if you're not up to date. I assume most of you are up to date right now. But the Pork alleges that Carl Froch has tapes out there, or has WhatsApp voice messages, where Carl Froch is talking X-rated about Turkey, about the towelheads, about the Sandies. You get the point. The Yaxley Lennon type bars is what he's putting out there. Alright? Carl Froch's. So at that point, the Pork says to Carl, publicly. Hey, you're going to come on my channel. We're going to do something. Otherwise, I'm dropping the tapes publicly. Okay, and that's where we're up to now. Let's now move on. We've got some new fresh-ish videos here. So we're taking off from that point. At this point, Carl and Pork are going back and forth, politicking about meeting up and doing this. Pork getting his flowers and getting onto a big channel, what he believes he deserves. Here we go.
Here we go. This is off the Cobra. He's out there with Turkey at the moment.
Porky boy, chill out, for fuck's sake. What's going on, man? What's been? I've disappeared and bottled it. When have you ever seen the fucking Cobra bottle it? Listen, we'll have a chat, but I'm in Saudi Arabia at the minute. Still a meeting with Turkey, hello, shaky boy. And still an interview with Crawford. It's quite good, actually. Short, sweet. I'm meeting Canelo later. Obviously all for the channel. But, yeah, listen, we'll talk, but it needs to be face-to-face. I can't do that Zoom bollocks. You can say what you want on a fucking Zoom, but face-to-face is better content and more real. Get the best out of people when it's face-to-face. I mean, we can stare into the whites of each other's eyes. We can stare into the soul. But anyway, let me know, man. We'll sort it. But like I said, we've got to get our heads together and do it face-to-face, not over that Zoom bullshit.
There you go. So,
I'm setting that. I'm just going to say...
hang on. Wait a second. Keep dogging there.
So after threatening Carl with the tape, you heard there, the Pork threatens Carl with putting these private tapes out about the tile heads, right? At this point, Carl Froch hops on the blower, blows some more smoke up his arse. Yeah, we're definitely going to do it, man. Me and my producer, Man Fry, we're going to do this. Prajeet. Me and my producer, Prajeet, man, whoop-de-whoop. We're definitely going to do this. Link up, man. For real. Bosh. Fobs him off. Although, to be fair to Carl, the Pork was kind of complaining. Oh, I don't want to meet you in person. He wants to do it on Zoom. The big mouth, yeah. To be fair to Carl, the Pork should have called Carl Froch's bluff and said, alright, we'll do it in person. So the Pork's an internet gangster at the end of the day. Yeah, if some famous geezer who I've got a problem with invites me to his yard, I'll pull up there. Yeah? I'll pull up there. For real. That's what I'll do. If you want to say something, Pork say, nah, let's do it on Zoom. I'm thinking, what's hard about that? Right? You've either got something to say or you ain't. I don't really give a about most people. So it doesn't get me butthurt. But if someone got me butthurt enough to be on the internet complaining, like for example, OAB, you complain about the DAZN Mafia, you damn right. If they invite me up there, I'm going to pull up on them. I say, hey man, you keep playing with my shit, yeah? Whoop-de-whoop, that's what I'm going to fix to do. Yeah? Bottom line. So to Carl, I'm not sure it would have even happened if the Pork had called his bluff, but that's what he should have done. Pork was, I can't make him do it. Female sounding ass dude, man.
In dog running riot. Right. So there you go. So if he don't come on here, or I don't get to go on his channel, I can't force him. He's a busy kid and he's spinning 20 plates, Carl. So there you go. But getting back to the question, let me finish here on this. I'm not going to let him off at hook. You know that, Kent, don't you? And he knows that. He's known me long enough to know that I'm going to go after him, but I'm not going to do it. So it's a witch hunt, right? I've known the kid 23 years. I've been 18 years, but his phone number, so we get on all right. But no, I don't like some of his interviewing techniques. He might not like mine.
All right, he's just talking rubbish now. All right, we've got some more quotes here. So at that point, you can hear the Pork. Oh yeah, we're gonna work together. At this point, the Pork thinks we're working together, so he's more moderate, right? He's like, yeah, well, I might not like his interview techniques. He might not like mine, but we all get along. And in another video I covered earlier in the month, Pork's like, yeah, Carl's the best man ever. He gets back on the Carl Glaze train. Pork is a notorious Glaze trainer. And even when you look at, he complains about other people. Oh, you sell out for the access, but you're hanging at the back of Lawrence Stinkoli, man. He stinks, bottom line. Yeah, he stinks. His fights stink, his style stinks. But the Pork's apparently got some access with Joe Gallagher. And now Okoli's the most underrated man in history and he's not being given a fair chance. So Pork exactly what he talks about. being the problem. Yeah, when he's got access, it's okay. In fact, I got a funny meme, just quickly. I got a funny meme for you, man. Watch this one here. This is a good example of the pork. From, what's his name? What's that guy's name? Idi Amin. Idi Amin has a great quote, and we're going to play it now. This sums up the pork for you, man, from Idi Amin. Come on, people.
Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it. Corruption is not bad. Corruption is only bad if I'm not involved.
Yes.
But if I'm part of that corruption, I'll defend it.
So you heard there from Idi Amin, little nephew, yeah? Obviously, nothing that's going on is corrupt as such, but morally corrupt maybe, yeah? If I'm involved in the bootlicking, this is from the pork's point of view, if I'm involved in the bootlicking and the jigabooing, I defend it. Okay? That's what the pork does. If he's on the train, you best believe, if the pork was Carl Froch's producer, he wouldn't mind that Carl Froch is hanging out the back of Connaughton and asking him about his tattoos. It's the fact he's not involved that is the problem. Bottom line. Okay? Anywho, we got some more quotes here from his porkalency. So at this point in the timeline, Carl sent Pork a little moody stinky bone. Yeah, I'm gonna come on, mate, let's get together. And Pork moderates his view. Then about 2 weeks later, he got hit with the okie doke. Carl played this guy. And now the Pork's his cogs are ticking in his head, and he's thinking, I've been played here. And this is where the Pork goes rogue. He goes dark. He goes dark, Pork. Okay? This is what he says about a week later, or a week or two later, when he realises Carl's muggled him off. Yeah.
And burner.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll call this video. It's all about the Bunsen burner. With a picture of Froch there and Crusher Ben. How's that? Froch,
Let's do it.
I know you're shitting your pants, Froch, after that text I sent you. I know you're shitting your pants. If anybody's got a problem, don't text me. People keep saying, oh, when are you going to release these tapes? I'll release them when the time's right. I know I've got them. Let Big Conk sweat. Because once these are out, there'll be no Froch on fighting. So, Big Conk, get ready for some more emails. But don't ask me about it. Ask Big Conk. Call Froch at yahoo.com. If I might even put his phone number out here into it. Anyway, we'll see. Call Froch at yahoo.com, a.k.a. Big Conk. Right, I'm going to get off because I'm going to check my dog out.
Oh my god, so he's gone dark. He's gone dark, Pork, at this point, right? I'm going to put the tapes out. I'll put them out. Because people were pressing him. People saw my video, yeah, and we were saying, bear in mind, this meeting was supposed to happen a month ago, right? And the Pork said, if I don't get the interview, I'm putting the turkey tapes out. I'm putting the Taled tapes out. I've waited a lot, not on purpose, but it's been about 4 weeks now since the deadline was. Pork gave him a deadline. I think it was like the 4th of July or something like that. It's now damn near the 4th of August. And there's no tapes out. So people are pressing him saying, hey man, where are the tapes out? You said you got, don't ask me for the tapes. Yeah, I'll put them out when I'm ready. I'm not sure he's got any tapes. And I'll tell you why. This guy made a story. He says he came to my yard and I was hiding upstairs. Right? I'm going to cover that in a separate video. But the point is, he didn't come to my yard. Yeah? Because if he did, it'd have been the last thing he did. Right? That would have been the last thing he done. For sure. There would be no more Pork. He wouldn't. How could he be? Think about it. Make it make sense, people. How could this guy have been uploading for the last year if he came to my house? The maths ain't mathing. Okay? He'd have been doing nothing. Beep, this is what you'd have heard. Yeah? He knocked my door. A couple minutes later, you'd have heard beep. Okay? That's what you'd have heard. For real, for real. So my point is, I've got these tapes. Well, you also knocked my yard as well, right? So that didn't happen. So am I to believe he's got the tapes? It's speculation. I think this guy, he's like a broad, mate. He likes to talk. He likes to talk with all his little friends. Oh, guess what Carl's done to me? He reminds me of a broad at a coffee shop. I'm going to be honest, man. Oh, if you trust me, man. Have you ever heard women talk? Let's say you're at the yard, yeah, and your missus brings her female friends round. And I don't know, maybe you're upstairs and you hear him talking. You're like, oh, guess what Tony did? Guess what he did? Carl did this. Oh, Carl, I could never get this from Carl. He don't love me enough. He don't spend enough time with me. He's not meeting my needs. That's what the pork is like, man. Bro, you grown, man. You 50, bro. Yeah, you're supposed to have been grown. Why are you... Listen, I'm not saying Froch is the best person on earth, but... Listen, a man should do what he says. And if you're butthurt enough to jump on the internet, crying and essentially, to some extent... small level, but a level of blackmail. Carl, if you don't come on my channel, I'm putting these tapes out. To do that and then not to follow through. Yeah. Again, it's like women. If I don't get what I want, I'm going to go and do this and do that. Listen, they'll do nothing, man. They'll do nothing. It's the truth. They'll do nothing at all. Yeah. But get one of them, allegedly. That's what they'll get, fucking with me like that. For real. No, allegedly. Some people say, man. Right? Yeah. The Sean Connery. It's the Sean Connery special, man. That's what they get. But my point is... What was my point? The pork. He's talked a bunch. He's clearly hot now. He's heated. He's seen that video. Carl Froch has hired a rubber dinghy importee. That's got him even hotter, right? So he's super duper hot now. He's taking all my jobs. He's taking our jobs. But he ain't following through. So it's like, what was the point? What was the point coming out and whining about these tapes? I'm gonna give me access, Carl, or I'm putting a tape. What was the point of doing that? And then don't tell me when to put the tapes out. When you gonna do it, man? He's a month late on the deadline that you set. A man sets a deadline and doesn't follow through. That's a broad. Man plus deadline equals broad. Man plus no, you get the point. It's one of them ones. But I do want to play. He does make me laugh, especially when he gets on the rant about Big Conk.
I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch that than Fury Joshua right now.
Yeah. No.
Just done with it, because I know they've just milked it. It's all about the Bunsen burner for him, right? To steal Carl's line. It's all about the Bunsen burner.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll call this video. It's all about the Bunsen burner. With a picture of Froch there and Crusher Ben. How's that?
Froch, let's do it.
I know you're shitting your pants, Froch, after that text I sent you. I know you're shitting your pants. So if anybody's got a problem, don't text me. People keep saying, oh, when are you going to release these tapes? I'll release them when the time's right. I know I've got them. Let Big Conk sweat. Because once these are out, there'll be no Froch on fighting. So Big Conk, get ready for some more emails. But don't ask me about it. Ask Big Conk. Froch at yahoo.com. If I might even put his phone number out here. But anyway, we'll see. Froch at yahoo.com, a.k.a. Big Conk.
So again, man, you heard it there. I don't know what to tell you, man, to be fair. I really don't. We've got another clip coming up. I want to play one.
Let's do it.
I know you're shitting your pants, Froch, after that text I sent you. I know you're shitting your pants. And if anybody's got a problem...
And that was it. He says there'll be no more Froch on fighting once these tapes are out. Now, the implication is that Carl Froch was going in on Turkey and them, man, the Sandy man. That's the implication. Listen. I don't know what was said or wasn't said, but the fact Carl responded, not publicly, but in private, implies there must have been something, right? There must be something there. But Carl hasn't followed through. To be fair to Carl, if Carl was that much of a bottle job, Carl would have said, oh yeah, I'll come on Zoom, but he didn't. So I respect Carl more than Pork at this point. I don't know Carl from Adam, but at the end of the day, from what I've heard, Carl didn't really promise. Carl isn't Porky's dad. That's the vibe I get here. I think Pork might have daddy problems or something. Because someone can say something to you, oh, we'll do this soon. You know, that's what's said in passing. Yeah, we'll get this big business set up. But he owes you nothing. End of the day. And the Pork really is just another bare bum jobber in the shower. He's not indispensable to Carl Froch. What the Pork does isn't... You can find that any 2-bit jobber can do what he does. It's not like the Pork needs to drive to Doncaster from Nottingham to get this real exclusive whatever Pork's got, right? And you saw it himself. Carl Froch was able to go to the rubber dinghy landing spot and just pick one of them man out to fill the role cheap. So do I hold Carl Froch accountable for reducing wage pressures for the masses? I do, yeah. Carl was chosen to employ someone fresh off a boat rather than the native British public, okay? That's what he's chosen to do. And he's probably paying him $1 a day or something, right? No, I'm messing, man. He's probably paying, come on, man, let's see how much, let's work it out. Come on, man, he's paying his cat here $1 a day, man. He fresh off the boat, end of the day, allegedly, right? I think that's fair to say. He fresh off the boat, man. It's $1 a day. So Froch here is making, the Pork's already said, Carl Froch is a coin clipper. Yeah? He likes the shekels and hearing the way, the sound. Carl Froch is that guy who likes the way coins sound when he drops them into a bag. That ring, he lives for it. Okay? So can we blame Carl for making an economic decision? Yeah, if I can pay this guy here, fresh off the boat, $1 a day to work and graft his ass off, or I can pay the Pork, a mouthy, estrogenic, female-like jobber from Doncaster, some real money, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going straight to the landing pad and I'm picking this dude up. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No doubt about it. Alright, we've got one last clip. And this is also another example of the Pork in his melting down phase. Where is it, man? Come on. Is it this one?
The promoter, Big Malk. But getting back to the Cobra, he knows what was said. And I can assure you, every dog has its day. One thing I am not, stupid. One thing I learned off Dennis was, always have an ace up your sleeve. I think I've got 6 or 7 now. They'll roll the fucking dice, big conk. That's what I'm saying that. But getting back to that shower, Canada Bob.
So at this point, he's goading. He's like, yeah, I'll roll the dice, big conk. I've got 6 or 7 tapes. Turkey tapes. You roll the dice if you don't want to come on here or do some business with me, essentially. The point is, people, this video here, you just heard it. This video of roll the dice, big conk. What date was it put out? This was put out 27th of June. The deadline was at least 3-4 weeks ago. Literally. This video is 5 weeks old of him saying, roll the dice, big conk. It's been 4 weeks later and we ain't heard nothing. No updates. Now, I don't particularly care. It's more about, what's the point? Coming out, popping off, making a big scene, and then bottling it. It's just a bit estrogenic, in my opinion. And also, I'm fixing to hear the tapes since they've been brought to our attention. Since you made a big fuss about it, right? Put the tapes out there, man. Put the masses on. Don't just be whining on the internet, man. What's wrong with these old heads? Yeah? So, I think that's it, people, to be fair. In fact, I'll keep you man on the hook, though, right quick. There's one more video coming, though. Final expose video on the Pork. Not today, though. I'll leave it there, actually. Anyway, people, I'm out of here. Before I get out of here, though, I got to do a moody plug. Yeah? I got to do a moody plug, for real. That's what I got to do. We got the Dubois we got the Usyk versus Minimus Duquitius rematch. Leaked analysis, which you should see on my bindi about now. That's the link. Click it, man. Let me in your pocket. If you click the link right here, yeah, that'll let the YB into your pockets gracefully. Here's a clip of the video of the analysis. It's deep, you best believe it. Dubois been holding his ground, but it's not enough. He needs to not go backwards at all. I'm only going forwards. I'm standing still and I'm tucked up, or I'm coming right at you. Like I've just been deployed on the beaches of Normandy. Yeah? Alright, people, there's the clip. For real. Don't play with me. It's an hour video long. It's an hour long video. Come on. There's over 100 leaked exclusive, I think there's probably 200 exclusive videos over the last few years, so go and put me on, man. What, you ain't got a cup of coffee to sponsor the YB? You know you see them bare bums in the shower, yeah? On the street? How many of you, man, put coins in their pocket for nothing? Yeah? I bet a bag of you, man, do. Then again, I bet a bag of you, man, are coin clippers, so you ain't putting no coins in no dusty pocket, but still, man. The YB is the ultimate dusty. If it was not for this pittance of an existence, the YB would be right there with my man. Yeah, I'll be collecting my gyro on the Monday, and I'll be posted up outside Tesco, trying to hustle a living. So don't play with me, man. Yeah, this is life and death we're talking here. Yeah, if you man want to see the YB outside Tesco, keep doing what you're doing. Keep not letting me in your pocket, right? Keep doing that, and see where you end up then. Because there ain't no internet on the streets, folks. You won't be getting no more leaked videos. That's what you won't be getting. Yeah, so don't play with me. Don't play with me with your coin. Stop doing it. Bye.